next winner is a fellow Orland High School graduate, and that makes me very proud. Fred Perez and I are both very, very proud of that. Dr. Stephen Olmos has become an extraordinary leader in the realm of education. His accomplishments are outstanding. Dr. Olmos has advanced through multiple levels of the education system, beginning first as a teacher, advancing to a principal, and now as superintendent of schools in a very challenging time for schools in California. In spite of the demanding work of gaining his master's and doctorate degree while teaching, Dr. Olmos also made time to serve on several boards, including Gamma Zeta Alpha, the Association of California School Administrators, California Latino Superintendents Association, California Association for Bilingual Education, the KCs, Knights of Columbus, and Phi Delta Kappa. And let's hear a little bit more about Dr. Steve.
Well, I nominated Steve Olmos for the Distinguished Alumni Award because I think his story really exemplifies all that's great about the California public education and higher education system. And it's a tribute not only to his intellect and his commitment to furthering the cause of education, but it also illustrates how the community college can fundamentally change the direction of a person's life.
Dr. Steve Olmos, as he's referred to now, is he's overcome many cultural and economic obstacles. You know, being brought up as a child of a Chicano farm worker, and now looking at him over the years, and he's one of the leading public educators in the North State.
He was a brilliant student. He worked very hard, and it demonstrates how the intervention of an educator can make a difference in a person's life. His high school teacher was, in Spanish, was Fred Perez, who was on our board. And Fred knew how bright Steve was and kept supporting him, kept urging him to continue his educational aspirations.
The one thing that I remember as his teacher is that Steve always was trying to excel and do excellent work. And he would ask me, he says, Mr. Perez, what would I be able to get if I get a perfect paper? And I said, well, Steve, you know, if you get a perfect paper, I'll take you to Casa Lupe for lunch. Well, Dr. Olmos kept me broke because I took him to lunch many times.
So when I came to Butte College, it was very good for me. I grew a lot during that time, learned a lot about myself and also about being a college student.
Steve came to Butte College, and this is why he's an eminent alumni. Worked hard, did well at Butte College, stopped out for a while, but eventually continued his education, finally culminating with a doctorate at USC. Worked as an educator in Southern California, and then has returned to Glenn County and to glory as superintendent of schools in Willows.
And over the years, I was fortunate to have Steve visit me from time to time, and he would keep me posted on his endeavors. And so I'm very pleased and proud of him and his accomplishments, and especially now seeing him as superintendent of the Willows Unified School District. He's an extraordinary person, a leader. He was a conscientious student, and we're certainly pleased to honor him as one of our distinguished alumni.
Dr. Steve.
I have to say that, well, first of all, I didn't really prepare anything. I don't have notes with me. The last 3 weeks, everyone has been reading with the state budget cuts. We've been pretty busy. I want to thank Janet Perez, actually, my director of categorical special, here with me tonight supporting me. The last 3 weeks have been very difficult, just looking at our budget and trying to see what the governor's going to be doing. So formally, I don't have anything prepared. Unfortunately, my family's probably seen me more in the local newspapers the last 3 weeks than they have in person. But again, I wouldn't be here without my family, and I want to introduce my family. First of all, my wife, Charissa, who's been there with me for lots of things. Again, my mother, Juana, who has sacrificed quite a bit. Again, my mom and dad leaving everything they knew behind in Mexico, their family culture, everything else, to look for something better for their kids. Definitely appreciate that. My sister Yolanda, who's also here tonight, and then my brother-in-law Nick Martinez also, who's here supporting me tonight. So again, just want to thank them. Again, I also want to thank Ken Meyer for nominating me. I didn't know that he was the one that nominated me for this. So again, when I first met Ken last year, when I first became superintendent for Willows Unified, and we had our first meeting, I thought to myself after he left, I want to be like him someday. So he's definitely, I think, been a mentor in the last year and a half. And also finally, Mr. Fred Perez, my teacher, my Spanish teacher at Orland High School, who actually I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for him. As you probably heard in the video, that I actually dropped out of college, took a year off to work. Actually, I was working out at John's Mambo out at Willows. What turned out to be one summertime job turned out to be 6 years of employment out there. And actually took a year off of college, worked full time, and fortunately, Mr. Perez let me know what the pitfalls were. Everything you warned me about, I saw myself actually falling into. So that's when I actually came back as a more focused and dedicated student to Butte College. And if it wasn't for Butte College, again, I wouldn't be where I am today. Again, having my master's from Pepperdine University and my doctorate from USC, it all began at Butte College. And the instructors, the friends I made out there, the experiences were just pretty incredible. So again, I just want to thank everyone that's here tonight. Encourage the students that are at Butte College to keep at it. And again, even when I was an administrator in Southern California, I always encouraged kids to look at Butte College, especially some of my football players that have very good talent, but weren't ready for a 4-year. So hopefully someone will be following me up here in the near future. But again, I just want to thank everyone. I truly am humbled by this because, again, some of the friends that I attend Butte College with are doing some fabulous things that don't even compare to what I'm doing. So I want to thank everyone, and again, thank you.